Hello everyone, Specter here, and welcome to Star Citizen. Today we're going to take a look at, yes, right in front of you is Aegis Reclaimer. It's quite big, right, isn't it? Yeah, but I'm not going to talk about the Aegis Reclaimer, of course, because, well, I talked about it already. Just letting you to look at how big is it, okay, compared to the pad. What I really want to talk about is this ship right at my back. It's the Origin M50 Interceptor. Well, this M50, you can treat it as an interceptor, or maybe you just simply treat it as a racing ship. And it is a racing ship after all, so yeah, before I talk more about it, let's get to it first, alright? Well, there's nothing I can talk much about because this ship is so tiny, just like a razor. This is the only way you can get in or get out of a ship. Over here, the wing, you have one missiles and a fixed size 2 laser cannon. This is not the original weaponry, okay? So the original weapon would be another kind of size 2 laser cannon, but I decided to swap it into this kind of laser cannon. Alright, it's still fixed size 2. However, if you want the other the other size 2 weaponries, you can swap it out as well. Or maybe if you want a gimbal mount weapon, then you can change it into gimbal size 1 weaponries. At the back, just like the other racing ship, you got 2 large engines. And the right hand side of the ship is the same as the left hand side of the ship, so let's get inside of it first. Well, if you have any difficulty to stay in something very tiny, then I suggest you not to buy this ship, as this ship is quite tiny. As you can see in third person mode, I just barely fit in the ship. Alright. So, but comparing to the Razor, this ship would be a little bit better if you talk about the view, because you don't have so many bars right in front of you and blocking your sight. So if you treat it as a fighter, this is a very pretty good view. Okay, so as you can see, you got 2 size 2 laser cannons in here. You can change it into other size 2 weaponries, of course, and you come up with 2 size 1 missiles. If you talk about this ship, well, these kind of armament would be reasonable. Of course, if you talk about combat, this button would be very useful, especially after 3.15, as if things go sideways, you can just simply press this button and eject yourself out of the space and wait for someone to help you. Alright, that would be a very cool feature. The only thing I don't really like it is it's very hard for me to press the button so that I can change it into like the communication section. Alright, so yeah, I had a hard time to press the buttons, so I decided to use the F11 and then call out the landing services instead of pressing the button in here, which is one of the things that I don't really like it, but it's still fine. It's not really critical. For the ship, well, I would say it's quite agile, as it is a very small, tiny ship. It's easy for me to catch up with the enemy, even with the small ships. However, I would say it's not, okay? It's not for the other interceptors, because both of us would be very, very fast, okay? So I had a very short period of time to aim and shoot at the target, which makes the whole experience will become very, very long, and also like very, very dangerous for me, okay? As well, I'm not very used to long time combat, okay? I mean, fighting for a long time, I should say. Of course, since this is a very tiny ship, stealth is kind of helpful. You can approach your enemy in a very, very short distance and then accelerate with a very high speed so that you can perform any kind of boom and zoom tactic. Although the stealth capability is not as good as the Razer EX, but still it would be helpful. Well, if you talk about whether I would get this ship after 3.15 again, I would say may not. The reason behind because this ship is quite expensive comparing to the size and the components on it. This ship was costing you around 1.1 to 1.2 million, which is so similar to the other light fighters, the regular military version of the light fighters. So I rather will choose those light fighters instead of this interceptor or racing ship, as you have better armament and better protection, but still being agile. So that's why this ship is quite expensive, or maybe it will be less important to me. Also, currently in Star Citizen, there's no competition at all. Yep. So it means that, well, this ship cannot be fully functional, as this ship's supposed to be a racing ship. So it turns out, well, if I need to buy something that is not that cannot be fully functional, then I decided to, well, I'd rather to spend some time on something that is already like fully functional already. Yeah. So yep, if you talk about fighting, then I will pick up the Aegis Gladius instead of this one. Yeah, maybe it's more expensive comparing to the Gladius. Comparing to the M50, but still, the Gladius would be better, I think. Okay, just in case that you really like the ship and you want to purchase the ship with real cash, well, why not? It will cost you around $100. So with this price point, you can purchase another Colors Black, which can let you to have more, can experience more gameplay in Star Citizen, even if in the current state. So is it worth it or not? Well, it depends, but not for me. Okay, so basically, this is my knowledge about this Origin M50 Interceptor. Just a reminder, starting from November, CIG decided to giving out an Argo cargo with an LTI with life insurance, lifetime insurance. If those players, if those people who join Star Citizen by creating a new account in November, starting from November, or maybe within November, okay? If you create a new account by using someone's referral code, as well as you purchase a new starter pack, then you will have a free ship, which costs you, which is worth for $35, the Argo cargo. Although the ship itself is not really good according to current state in Star Citizen, but the LTI, the lifetime insurance feature, is quite handy, as well. If you join Star Citizen and maybe in the future you got some ships that you really like it, then perhaps you can use your Argo cargo to upgrade it, and in order to get your favorite ship into the lifetime insurance. Your favorite ship will have the lifetime insurance feature. All right. So yep. Basically, that is it for today's video. All right. And if you think this video is kind of helpful, feel free to leave a like. And if you think I'm missing out something, I speak something wrongly, or maybe you have some questions you want to ask, then feel free to leave a comment down below. So I shall see you guys next time then. Bye bye.